Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. This is going to be our second video today going up on the YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the Casio one that released earlier. Still tweaked the microphone a little bit since then. Still not happy with it, never happy with it. I was just talking about that on stream. We are recording this live because Chen received a rework after many, many moons. And many, many people requesting such a rework. It is finally here. He has a new ability. That's how much of a rework we've gotten. So, I'm going to take a look at him. Of course, this is just initial impressions of Chen. If you do not want to hear my opinions, if you do not want to see a long, boring, drawn-out look at Chen and hear me get many, many things wrong along the way, then you have been warned. It is time for you to turn back now and save yourself the anguish of sitting through me look at everything. I really, really like the intro for these theory crafting videos because when someone complains, they don't have a fucking excuse. You know what I mean? They fucked up. I already fucking warned him, dude. It's gonna be boring as shit. Go away. So, Chen. What do we got? I know. Wait, how do I do the dance? What the f... I thought it was G. Guys, what's the... Did they change this? Is there... It's Y? Oh god, there's a button for it? That's cool as shit. I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh, it's X. Thank you, team. Sorry, it's been a while. So that's a stance. That's his taunt. I have voices turned down really low. So, Q ability, flying kick. Kick through the target enemy, dealing 125 damage. This was, historically, one of the most bugged talents in the game. When Chen was released, this was just awful. Sometimes, if I was standing here and I was going to kick into the target, sometimes you would end up here, on this side, and not go through. Sometimes you would go through. Sometimes you would end up over here. Sometimes the kick wouldn't fucking do anything. Like, it was the most buggy ability in the history of the game as far as I'm concerned. And I always thought it was weird, you know, how can Chen not do this right, but Illidan's dive has always just jumped right over the target and that was no big deal. And I asked the developers about that, and they were like, it's a completely different mechanic actually. It may look similar, but like, it's completely different how it works. I thought that was really interesting. So, flying kick is still here. 5-second cooldown, 125 damage at level 1. It costs 10 brew to use. Brew is basically our energy. As we... Oh. So that's how they did that. As we use our brew, you can see it starts to deplete. If we drink with fortifying brew, which is our trait, we then get brew back. Now, this used to give an initial brew amount. So it was like you hit the button and you immediately get brew. Now it doesn't do that. But they increased the amount of brew you get per second and reduced the time, it looks like. Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's right. You guys can chime in the comments if that's wrong. Flying kick. Then Keg Smash is our W ability, and Breath of Fire is baked into this now, which is interesting. Deal 54 damage and soak enemies in brew for 3 seconds, slowing them by 10%. After 1.5 seconds, the slow is increased to 40%. After being used, this ability becomes Breath of Fire. So, soak them for 3 seconds. After a second and a half, they're slowed by 40%. So there's an initial slow, and then it gets stronger. So this is, I don't think we have any other abilities that work quite like this now. So 5-second cooldown on Keg Smash. Once you throw the Keg Smash, then there is a little bit of a window before you can cast Breath of Fire. And it becomes the same key. And then Breath of Fire... Oh, I can only read the tooltip for that once it's out. Breathe in a cone of flames, dealing 92 damage to enemies that are soaked in brew and ignited, dealing 178 damage. 178 damage over 3 seconds, adding 1.5 seconds to the duration of the slow and the Keg Smash. After being used, or after 6 seconds, this ability becomes Keg Smash. So Breath of Fire... Oh, wait a second. 30 brew... Why? They changed the brew cost. Wait, is Brewmaster's balance still... Oh, no! Oh, wallet or below 50. Oh, that's awkward. Okay, so there used to be a combo for Chen where he would take Brewmaster's balance here, while at or below 50% brew, gain 20% movement speed, while at or above 50% brew, regenerate 20 health per second. There used to be a combo for him. If you were full on brew, you could W and then E, so Keg Smash and then Breathe Fire, and it would bring you down to exactly 50%. So you could gain both of the benefits of Brewmaster's Balance. You could get the movement speed and the health regeneration from just casting that spell, or those two spells together. And the good thing about it was if you were out of position, or if you just wanted to chase someone down, you could get the movement speed and be healing yourself at the same time. So that's weird. Our new ability, this is brand new, 18-second cooldown, Stagger, has no brew cost. Oh, that means you have to fucking kick? I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't know, maybe the other talents there are better. We'll see, we'll see. I'm judging it too early. This is a new... We should treat this as a new character. We shouldn't go in with any preconceived notions. Okay, so Stagger. Damage taken over the next 3 seconds is prevented. Once this effect ends, Chen receives 75% of the damage taken over 5... Oh, so it's like Brewmaster tanking in WoW. Ooh. Let's see. Let's see. So wait for the stun. And then you can probably mitigate that damage just by drinking. Ooh. So let's try that again here. So this is our Stagger, and yeah, interesting. 18-second cooldown on that. What happens if we... Oh, it all went to shields. Almost all of it. Interesting. So that time I cast Stagger before a brew, just to see kind of what would happen. Well, I like that a lot. Stagger seems really interesting. Seems like a long cooldown. Yeah, probably not, actually. By the time the damage ends, it's almost ready to be cast again, so it's probably not that long of a cooldown at all. And then Fortifying Brew, 7-second cooldown. We already talked about it a little bit. You drink, you get a shield, and it restores your brew. Okay, so... Why does resetting your talents cause these guys to reset? Wait. And why did I come over here? What? That's weird. That's really strange. Okay, sorry, that doesn't matter at all. Eye of the Tiger. Basic attacks against bruise-soaked enemy heroes deal 50% more damage and heal Chen for 50% of the damage done. Ooh. How hard does he... Let's get to like level... Let's get to level 10. How hard does he actually hit? How much healing are we going to receive? So bruise-soaked enemy. Oh, enemy heroes. It does have to be a hero. Okay. So maybe not as good as I initially thought. So we're missing about 1,000 health right now, a little bit more. 100 per auto attack. Wow. So that was 3 auto attacks. Is that right? 1, 2, 3. 3 auto attacks. Okay. So at level 10, that's 300 health, assuming you can actually land your auto attacks. I imagine that'll be pretty reliable, actually, because of his kick. So jump in. Here's the slow. Yeah, I imagine that'll be pretty consistent, actually. Unless you get crowd controlled. But people usually wait to crowd control Chen for when he's drinking, so... Like, even if Arthas gets away. Yeah, that's not bad. Chat said Fire Breath extends. Damage over 3 seconds. And adding 1.5 seconds to the duration of Keg Smash. So you can sneak in another auto attack. So that's 400 health at level 10 every time. That's 400 health at level 10 every... Wait, how does the cooldown of this work? So this says it's a 5-second cooldown. Does the cooldown start now, or does the cooldown start once the Breath of Fire goes away? Ew, I don't like that. Ooh, okay. So you go in, 2, 3. That was 5 auto attacks. Just deal damage to me. So let's see. That does not seem bad at all. Eye of the Tiger seems pretty good. Do you get an auto attack on the kick? No, I don't think so. It counts as an ability. But we will double check. Yeah, counts as an ability. Okay. I mean, that seems good. I like that talent. Freshest ingredients increases the healing duration of regeneration globes by 100%. So you get to double the effectiveness of regen globes. Gather 15 regen globes is the quest. And the reward, after you gather the 15 globes, 50% of the shield from fortifying brew persists indefinitely after drinking. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't this 30 regen globes on the live version of the game? Because 15 will not take long at all. I think it's 30 on live. That's pretty great. That's a big bonus. So if you take this talent, that means you can drink to full prior to a fight happening, and then go into the fight with this shielding, and then drink again and end the fight. Alternatively, I suppose you could drink before the fight, jump into the fight, stagger that damage right away, and then drink again without taking too much damage to your actual health at all. That seems good. Now, the freshest ingredients on the live version does give health regeneration as well, I believe. So this doesn't give you health regeneration, but it gives you a significant portion of your shielding sustain. Okay. We'll have to see if that ties into any talents later on. And then Storm Stout Secret Recipe. This used to be a level 20 talent for Chen. It's moved down to level 1. Chen heals for 2% of his maximum health when his basic attacks hit an enemy hero. Okay, so this was reworked too. It was ability damage before, I believe. Again, chat can call me out if I'm wrong on that. But I believe that used to be ability damage. So 2% of his maximum health. Oh, did I read that wrong? Basic abilities. Okay, I was wrong. This is why we do this live. This is why we do it live. So, basic abilities. So, we don't have any more basic abilities than we had before for dealing damage, because stagger only affects us. So even though we have a new ability, that doesn't really change how much this can get. So 2% of our maximum health at level 10 is 73. Hold the fuck on. This is just less this is just flat less healing than Eye of the Tiger then. I feel like this is way undertuned. If it procced off of the damage over time effect, that would be different. Okay, the difference is that this can hit multiple people. So we got 273 procs in there from throwing this in right there. So we got 146 health from throwing that in. But between these talents at level 1, Eye of the Tiger is going to give you more healing than this. And you're... and again, just looking at it from a level 1 perspective here, your rotation doesn't fucking change at all here either. So with Storm Stout Secret Recipe, your goal would be to go in and cast every ability that you have to get the healing procs. But with Eye of the Tiger, you're doing the same thing. So you would want to slow them, auto attack, get the Breath of Fire, and kick, because you would want to stay in range. It would be exactly the same playstyle, except your auto attacks become necessary. You're going to be auto attacking anyway. So initially, Eye of a Tiger by far seems like the best one to me. Deadly Strikes! Flying Kick no longer costs Brew. Additionally, its damage is increased by 100% while Chen has shields from Fortifying Brew. So there's a clear synergy here with the Deadly Strike and the freshest ingredients. I do want to point out again, if you are removing the brew cost is very good. But that further fucks up Brewmaster's balance because we're not going down to 50 brew with our WW combo anymore. And I thought the way of getting around that was going to be to get a kick in there. If you take this talent, Brewmaster's balance, I feel like it's out of the question. So in order to trigger Brewmaster's balance, we would have to... Ancient Wisdom, thank you so much for gifting 5 subs. We would have to... Oh, geez, that's fucking gross. So W, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Brewmaster's balance is active. And it's not even at the median range either. Ooh, gross. Gross. Nope, don't like it. Although the increased damage would be nice. And like I said, there's a clear synergy between freshest ingredients and the ability to stack that up really, really fast. And Deadly Strike. Accumulating Flame increases ignited damage by 25%. Basic attacks against enemy heroes who are ignited increase its duration by 0.75 seconds. What is our attack speed? Our attack speed is 1.11. So, this goes in line with Eye of the Tiger. Are we seeing an auto-attack Chen build start to emerge here? Increase ignited damage by 25%. Basic attacks against enemy heroes who are ignited increase the duration by 0.75. So how long will this guy burn? Hello? Wow! It only works on heroes, so it does not increase your PvE clear. So it only works on heroes, so it'll fade here, right? Oh, did I... Wait, is this bugged? Blizzard! Blizzard! I found a bug! Tim! Shit, Tim's not streaming! Fuck! Okay, so, this is very good. Here, I'll text him real quick. I'll text him. Since he's not streaming. Dear Tim, I found a bug in Heroes of the Storm with Chen's level 4 talent called Accumulating Flame. Thanks. Love, Pally. Okay, we reported it, boys. We reported it to the authorities. We're good. We're good to go. Tim hasn't worked for Blizzard for like 4 years, but we still make sure we report every bug to him. Withering Flames! Igniting an enemy hero reduces their spell power by 30% for 4 seconds. That's awesome. I mean, that's very good for survivability. No complaints about that one at all. Okay. So, I mean, we have a very clear auto attack path through the talent tree so far. And we have a very clear shield path through the talent tree so far as well. Oh, he texted me back, everybody. Tim said, Dear Walter... Oh, I'm not reading that. Fuck. Level 7! What do we have here? Gift of the Ox increases the duration of staggers damage prevention by 0.5 seconds. So we go from 3 to 3.5 and reduce the amount of damage taken over time to 60% of the damage taken instead of 75% of the damage taken. That seems great. That seems really good if you could time it right. Brewmaster's Balance, I've been talking about this a lot. It doesn't seem worth, boys. It seems too clunky. I think if they just increased, I don't understand why they messed with the keg with the brew costs of the WE or the barrel ignite. I don't understand why they messed with that. Maybe it's because Brewmaster's Balance was way too. Okay, so I'm probably also thinking about this a little too strictly as well. Because getting 28 health back per second is good. Our current health regeneration right now is 7.91. So if we take Brewmaster's Balance while we're high on brew, we're getting 35.6 health back every second. That's good. Is it as good as it was before, being able to get both benefits all the time? No. But 35.6 health per second at level 13 is a shit ton. That's so much. And if you think about it this way, the health regen was removed from freshest ingredients. So we can't get passive health regen that way anymore. And being able to just, like, let's say you're on Cursed Hollow. And you're in lane and you're getting beat up a little bit. You're taking some damage. And you have to... Here, let me... Oh, it's clunky. Let me get rid of my brew. So you're taking some damage, and you have to rotate to the top of the map for the next objective, right? So that's something you have to do. You're gonna go do it. Instead of going back to the base, you just fill up your brew, mount up, and then by the time you get there, you're gonna be damn near at full health. Like, look at the speed this is coming back. That's very quick. So, is it as good as it was before? No. Is that still fine? I think so. I think so. Is that as good as Gift of the Ox? Maybe not. Depends on how good you are. And then we have Elusive Brawler. Wasn't this a level 1 talent or something? Maybe that was a few reworks ago. Activate to gain 30% movement speed and evade basic attacks for 2 seconds. Chen's basic attacks reduce this cooldown by 2 seconds. So once again, a very clear basic attack build throughout his talent tree would lead you to Elusive Brawler. Being able to dodge all basic attacks for 2 seconds is very, very strong. And it's a 25-second cooldown, but every time you auto-attack, you're going to be reducing that cooldown by 2 seconds. So, okay, and the reason Brewmaster's... Whoa, just knocked over everything. The reason Brewmaster's balance is kind of clunky now is because if you were getting ganked in lane, you would drop your W, drop your E, be at 50% brew, and then you'd get that movement speed to move out of there. And that's only 20% movement speed. But now, we can just pop this and run. It doesn't last super long, so not quite as good, but it's still a movement speed increase. It's still a little bit of a movement speed increase. And we're at 12 seconds right now. 9, 6, 4. So this is the full duration here, the full cooldown, if you're able to keep auto-attacking. Keep in mind you can also stagger some of that auto-attack damage, so you can kind of interweave these. And also keep in mind we're going to be healing this whole time too. Boys, I think auto-attack Chen might be the shit. Wandering Keg, 70-second cooldown. Roll around inside of an unstoppable barrel with 70% increased movement speed. Dealing 87 damage to enemies in the way and knocking them back. Lasts for 5 seconds. And Storm, Earth, and Fire. After 1 second, Chen splits into 3 elemental spirits for 12 seconds, each with 70% of Chen's maximum health and a unique ability. This spirit ability, the last spirit ability that is cast is empowered. If all 3 spirits are killed, Chen will die as well. The original implementation of this ability was just a new health bar. I remember that. So they didn't have any empowering effects before, right? So we have Storm. The spirits gain a shield for 592 over 3 seconds. If this is the final ability cast, it's a shield for 1,111. And that's going to last for 5 seconds instead of 3. For Earth, Fire and Earth leap to the target location, dealing 47 damage. Hold on. 47 damage and slowing enemies in the target area by 70%. So we just leap over here, and these guys are slowed, and we deal some damage. If this is the final ability cast, increase the damage by 300%, and instead of slowing the leap fucking roots... Whoa. Wait, am I fucking this up? Can each ability only be cast once? Oh, yeah, each ability can only be cast once. So I was gonna say, they don't have cooldowns. I like that a lot. Okay. And then the last one. Increase the attack speed and basic attack damage of the spirits by 50% for 5 seconds. If this is the final ability cast, the attack speed and damage bonus is increased by 75%, and the spirits gain 50% movement speed for its duration. So, what are some combos we could do with that? I doubt we'll need the shielding very consistently. So we can just jump in and gain a shit ton of attack speed. That is such an alarming amount of damage. Like, are you fucking kidding? Level 10? Where's Arthas? Arthas? Oh, another thing you can do with Elusive Brawler is tank tower shots. So something we should test here is what happens if we, with our auto attack build, what happens if we, so we're at 1,000 something health. I want to see if any of these auto attacks actually accumulate to health once we get out of this. It doesn't look like it is, because we can actually see our health bar here unless it updates. No, so our health completely... Oh, that's fucking interesting. Our health completely freezes while we're in there.
Choose a talent.
That doesn't seem right.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
That's a good one.
Because Tychus heals when he's in the Odin, right? That might be a bug. So, this is with Brewmaster's Balance. Health still freezes. Ugh. Ugh. I really think that might be a bug. I don't know. So
Choose a talent.
that seems good.
Choose a talent.
That seems real good. I don't know if that's a bug for sure, but just the fucking damage that that thing can deal is pretty nuts. So we want Eye of the Tiger,
Choose
this
a
one, and
Choose a talent.
Elusive Brawler.
Choose a talent.
So, Arthas, come out!
Pandemonium.
Why is he so fucking scared? Bro, come on! So that was with the root last. The root didn't seem to last super long there at all. Can I jump over this? Yeah, so Storm, Earth, and Fire seems fine. I think it's weird that you don't regenerate any health while you're in there, but I think it seems fine. If we take a look at the keg,
Choose a talent.
we can see how that feels. Chat was saying that it was buffed. So how is it buffed? Does it knock back more? Whoa! Okay, yes! Yes, indeed it does! What the fuck? Dude. You know how when you play Chen and you're like, maybe you guys don't know, but maybe, I don't know how many people play Chen. But when I play Chen and I go for the keg and, you know, you get into position and you're like, okay, this is going to be the dopest barrel ever. And fuck, I just moved him away from my team. That's going to be... That's going to be such a big problem. So many people... They're gonna be knocking people into the wrong zip code, dude. Like, holy shit. Okay, so there are some weird things happening with this. He's not staying locked on my cursor quite well. I haven't used Keg in a while, but can't you issue a stop command? And he just kind of hangs out? Because he's just following my cursor. I'm not clicking here. Some things to think about. What is our movement speed? 170 while this is up. If we... So this is the little boot there is our movement speed. This is our movement speed with the keg. 170. As we impact stuff, it gets lowered. This is our movement speed with Elusive Brawler and the keg. It boosts up to 220 there for a second. 221. So that's quite fast. What happens... Here, I'm going to reset talents really fast. What happens with Brewmaster's balance?
Choose a talent.
Okay, this is hard to do because cooldowns are on. So if you take Brewmaster's balance, our movement speed is 120 baseline. If we keg, it is 204. But it's 204 for the whole duration. Maybe that's useful knowledge. I don't know. Just something to think about. I thought they made it so, like, your highest movement speed bonus was the only one that applied. Kind of when they did the armor changes, and that, it was like the highest amount of armor you get is the highest armor you get. The highest slow against you is the highest, or is the most you're going to be slowed. I thought that happened. Maybe I'm wrong. Does level 20 ultimate still boost speed? We will see when we get there. I'm really taking my time with this one. Jeez. We're only at level 10. Level 13. We need to set our level. So,
Choose a talent.
I like this auto attack build. We're going to keep running with the auto attack idea.
Choose a talent.
Keg is fine. Pressure point. This was historically very good. Flying kick slows the target. You know what I just noticed? Do we not have a Donkey Kong build anymore? Did they remove that? Where you can just throw kegs nonstop? It looks like they removed that. Flying kick slows the target by 35% for 1 second. Or by 70% if Chen has shields from Fortifying Brew. So again, very clear synergy with the freshest ingredients. If we... Or even without freshest ingredients, we could just drink before we kick. And that'll be a 70% slow on our kick. Does it still have the increased range in here? It does. Okay. So, that, I mean, kick build could still be very good. Then we have a touch of honey. Increase the slow from Keg Smash by 10% and its duration by 0.5 seconds. Increasing the duration here makes our auto attack build even better, because we can increase the duration again with the Flame Breath and increase the duration with that talent, which means we're going to be healing for hundreds of health significantly more often. So if we pick that up,
Choose a talent.
let's take some damage. I'm going to stagger this, by the way. See how it feels. So if we pick that up, we are looking at 148 health back every auto attack at level 20. And how many auto attacks did we get? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's so much healing. That's so much. Our other options here. After igniting an enemy, become bathed in a fiery aura, dealing 132 damage every second to nearby enemies for 5 seconds. This used to be an early game talent, if I recall correctly. And this is where Chen got a lot of his lane clear from. So it seems kind of weird that this would be at level 13. But that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. That's, what, half an auto attack? That's, whoa! Our auto attack's 197 right now, and it's ticking for 132 every 5 seconds. And that means it almost has a 100% uptime, because it's probably every 6 seconds we can cash that shit. That might be good. And then, enough to share, this has historically been one of my favorite talents for Chen. Fortifying Brew instantly grants Chen a shield that absorbs 395 damage. And then, each second, he grants a nearby ally a shield that absorbs 307 damage. This has been in his kit forever.
Choose a talent.
It's kind of a weird playstyle, I feel like.
Choose a talent.
But
Choose a talent.
anyone who stands in this gets shields. So you can provide quite a bit of shields. Now, back in the day, I feel like you could keep this up a lot longer. I think you could drink longer before. That was the thing. But it seems like it's giving a pretty meaningful amount of shields. 921 shielding to anyone that fucking stands in this. That's not bad at all. So, you have area of effect shielding for your allies, area of effect damage for yourself, a slow on your kick that's very good, or more auto attack healing. I actually think a touch of honey is probably the weakest one here. I think. We shall see. Level 16, Flying Leap increases kick range by 50% and reduces its cooldown by 0.5 seconds each time an enemy hero takes damage from being ignited. Okay. Ooh. I think there's some really good synergy with Storm Stout recipe. Maybe we're seeing this start to come back now.
Choose a talent.
If you go for a kick build. Probably still Elusive Brawler.
Choose a talent. Choose a
So while someone is ignited, so you would kick in. They're still slowed. That doesn't seem bad at all. That doesn't seem bad at all. So maybe the difference is the ability power build where you're kicking comes into play a little bit later. Because look at that slow. Might be okay. We could alternatively couple that ability power healing with,
Choose a talent.
That's a good one.
I don't know, maybe Brewmaster's Balance would be good with this
Choose a
setup.
talent.
But if you do this, you're not getting the shielding shit. I don't know. We'll see.
Choose a talent.
And then we could do Ring of Fire, because that person's always going to be... This person is always going to be in melee range of you. There's no way they can get away when you can kick at this range. And they're slowed this much. So you're always going to be doing some burning damage. So let's see how much healing we can actually do now with this. So let's say we want to stagger a little bit. I like that a lot. Drink. So if we ignite 2 people... Oh my god! So you get more cooldown reduction based on how many enemies you ignite to. I don't know how often people are going to be this clumped up, but if you can do it... Whoa! Whoa! That might be good. That might be fun. All right, Kick Build, you're growing on me a little bit. I'm starting to see some of the potential. I'm starting to see it.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
I still think we go Ring of Fire. Okay. So, level 16, Flying Leap. We just went over that. How do I say that? How do I say that? Google. Google, help me. Stop going to Gmail. Go to Google. Fuck. If I can't get this to work, it's just going to be called celery.
Celerity.
Celerity! Oh, fancy! Look at you with your fancy fucking name. Basic attacks against stunned, rooted, or slowed enemies reduce the cooldown of stagger by 1.5 seconds and grant Chen 50 armor for 3... 15 armor for 3...
Choose a talent.
Holy fuck. Wow. Okay. That seems very good. So, not only are we reducing the cooldown of stat... Is this against heroes? It doesn't work on him too, right? Like the other one? No. So if you increase the duration... The armor is good. Don't get me wrong. But the uptime isn't going to be anything crazy. Unless you have other slows on your team. If you're playing with a Jaina, if you're playing with a trait build Jim Raynor, you just have that armor all the time. That's crazy. But just for Chen himself, it doesn't seem like you're going to be able to have that up very often.
Choose a talent.
Initial impression, anyway.
Choose a talent.
Doesn't seem like it. That one, and the last one, Combo Strike. Every third basic attacks against the same target deals 75% bonus damage. That's good. While Chen has a shield from Fortifying Brew, and for 2 seconds after, he gains 50% attack speed. Wow. So how would you want to play that? You would still keep the heal from level 1, right?
Choose a talent.
So, would you drink before engaging? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? We just did a 444 auto attack crit on Chen. What the fuck is that? Oh my god, he's actually busted. Boys. He's actually busted. Okay, so we just need any shielding at all. Okay. So you would want to get in range first. You would want to... Here, let's lose some health. So you would want to get in range first. Then do a quick-ass drink. No, you want to slow them first. So, slow. Oh, I fucked that up. Now I need more brew. Okay, so... Yeah, maybe I'm overthinking it. This seems fine. So to maximize it, you would want to approach someone slow. 1, 2, breath of fire. kick, auto attack, slow, auto attack, breath of fire. Wait, does the... Okay. Hold on, I think I need to hit a different target or let him reset. 1, 2, 3, there's the crit. Okay. So to maximize it, it's jump in, auto attack, breath, auto attack. This fucking duration in between sucks. I hate this 1 second you have to sit here and not do anything. This sucks. It's very bad. You should be able to do that shit right away. I've been frustrated with it the whole time we've been doing the theory crafting, but since I've been trying to maximize this auto attack bonus, it's like glaringly bad. Because like you could slow kick. Maybe that's it. Maybe I was trying to weave too much. So slow kick to body block, ignite, and then you're guaranteed to get the critical hit. I feel like you want to land the critical hit right before... Okay, I'm way overthinking this. Like, in the middle of a team fight, I'm not going to be doing this at all. But I feel like you want to, 1, 2, land the critical hit with the bonus, so maybe you can land another critical hit. And you have to find time to get shields in there, too. So maybe you just negate the fucking... Maybe you negate the healing quest and just grab the shield quest at the start, so you have that auto attack bonus all the time. But then you're not healing as much. Yeah. Maybe I'm overthinking this.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
I probably am.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
So another thing to think about with this quest, or with this setup, is you retain your shielding, just this small amount of shielding. Wait, what happens if you... Fortifying Brew grants Chen a shield that absorbs 395 damage and each second grants nearby allies. Do you gain percentage of this shield? Hello? Hello?
Choose a talent.
Hello?
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
So you're reducing your AoE damage.
Choose a talent.
But if you grab enough to share and complete this quest, are you retaining more shields? No? 6,015. 6,015.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Okay, it's the same. Okay, never mind. So you'd have to drink before, but you can use Elusive Brawler if you're going up against an auto attack hero. You can use Elusive Brawler to dodge some of their auto attacks and retain that shield while you're in the fight a little bit more.
Choose a talent.
This is actually a really interesting talent build. I had some reservations right away,
Choose a talent.
but this is a very interesting talent build. Or talent tree, rather. Alright, what do we have at level 20?
Choose a talent.
What do we got?
Choose a talent.
I think the fact that the
Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
level 16 talent gives you auto attack increases for 2 seconds after shields fade as well. I think that makes it so I was overthinking this a little bit. So, like,
Choose a talent.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not. It seems... I know I'm really stuck on this. I'm sorry, chat. I feel like... Never mind, that's still fucking great. Jesus, dude. So, let's say you don't care about your actual shielding at all. We're not thinking about shields anymore. We're just thinking about that 2-second auto attack speed. So you would slow, kick, ignite, do a just tap on your drink. Just a fucking sip. And look how much damage you get. So you're not worrying about actually generating a shield because you're going to be auto-attacking so much that you won't need a fucking shield. Okay, so we have some brew. We have some brew. So, slow, kick, ignite, tap the shield, and then just auto-attack. Maybe you need to tap the shield before. Maybe you tap the shield after the kick. So, bat. Ah, fuck, out of brew. So, this, tap shield, and ignite. That's the play. That's the play, boys. So you have to go in with full brew. You slow, kick, tap shield. I didn't tap shield. And then ignite. And you get a ton of auto attacks. Here, let me take a damage one more time. I'm going to move on after this. I'm sorry. I've spent way too long on this. It's just such a different way of thinking about Chen. Okay, so full brew. We can even Elusive Brawler to get in range faster. So let's say we're over here, Elusive Brawler. Tap the drink. Our starting health right now is 3,600. Right now. Jesus. Oh my god. We got 1,100 health back. And you can do that every like 8 seconds. Oh my god. Oh man. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Level 20 upgrade for the Keg. Increased wandering Keg movement speed bonus from 70% to 125%. Grant 75 armor for its duration and 3 seconds afterwards, reducing damage taken. So, if you look at our movement speed again, we could Elusive Brawler into this and we move at 300% movement speed. It was 291. Which is nuts. If we look at the other talent,
Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a talent. Choose a
increase the spirit's health to 100% of Chen's maximum health, and all of their abilities are empowered. So that gives you a 1,000 something shield. At level 20, it's 1,600 shield. It gives you a root and an attack speed increase. What the fuck? 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 Oh my god!
choose a talent.
Okay, so we'll actually do our fucking actual talent setup here. So,
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
oh my fucking god. Okay, so again, it's slow, kick, drink. Whew. don't know how many seconds that was, but we dealt 10,000 damage in those seconds. It is kind of weird that you can only use your abilities one time. And that is kind of weird. So you can't, like, gap close away after, like, once you initiate, you're in. So that makes that a little more situational than it was before, I feel like. Purifying Brew. Casting Fortifying Brew grants Chen unstoppable for 1.5 sec. Wow. Oh! 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 Woo! Okay, talents don't matter here.
Choose a talent.
Fucking...
Choose a talent.
Where'd it go?
Choose a talent.
Where'd it go?
Choose a talent. Choose
Can't
a
find it. Enough to share.
Choose a
With Purifying Brew? Hello? You can't be interrupted? And you're providing AoE heals for your entire fucking team? Hello? Holy shit! Fury, come here! Fury! Fury, we're gonna kill it! We're gonna get Armin! Alright, well, that's good. And then Energizing Brew. If Chen channels Fortifying Brew for its full duration, he gains 20% bonus health and 20% bonus damage for 25 seconds. What the fuck? What the fuck? What are these talents? Oh my god!
Choose a talent.
So, Chen's amazing.
Choose a talent. Choose a talent.
Jeez, dude.
Choose a
Good lord. What the...
talent.
That's so crazy.
Choose a talent.
That's a good one.
Okay, so... Going back to our damage for health situation that we had before, right? So, all we have to do is drink full duration here. Now we're empowered. Slow, kick. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, so builds I think that are gonna be good for Chen. This one, Eye of the Tiger, basic attacks, deal bonus damage and heal you. Into Accumulating Flame, into Elusive Brawler. Then either of these, honestly, would be fine. Just kind of depends on what you want to do. I do think Storm, Earth, and Fire is a lot more all-in than it used to be. So keep that in mind. You're not going to be doing these crazy escape plays if you want to also slow an enemy. So something to remember there. Ring of Fire, AoE damage around you all the time. Seems very, very good. Combo strikes for the attack speed increase. Again, the combo that I think is going to be good is you slow, jump, just do a quick drink. Like, cancel the drink. And then beat the shit out of a guy. Because after you slow, you have a 1 second window where you can't fucking do anything. Right? So you slow, jump in, drink. And there it is, boys. 483 critical hit. My god. And then, Energizing Brew. That's nuts. If you want to go for a like super tanky Chen, like a damage mitigation Chen.
Choose a talent.
So this is pure defensive here. We would go for freshest ingredients, Withering Flames, Brewmaster's Balance. And I know that's weird because this is probably better, but trust me here, trust me here. Brewmaster's Balance. Whatever. Either one is fine.
Choose a talent.
Enough to share.
Choose a talent.
I don't know which one I want at 16. Well, Chen has shields from Fortifying Brew. I mean, probably Combo Strike still, honestly. Basic attacks against stun, root, or slowed enemies reduce the cooldown of Stagger and grant Chen 15 armor. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll take that. And then, Purifying Brew. So, you have Stagger to reduce damage that you're taking. You have AoE shields for your entire team. You retain shields after you're done casting. You retain a large amount. And you fucking... You're unstoppable while drinking, so you can literally just drink as much as you fucking want to. You have Brewmaster's Balance, which is giving you 39 health regen while you're full on brew. And with this, you're going to be very full on brew. We have 50.65 health regeneration per second right now. So this is like pure defensive team support, Chen. And you have Keg for displacement. Don't forget that. You can make plays happen here. Only unstoppable for the first 1.5 seconds. That doesn't matter. If they interrupt you, you have Stagger and CDR for Stagger. How do you say that again? I forgot how to say this word. It was a really beautiful word. Dude, that's awesome. This is really good. And we showed a very clear build path for a kick build, too, where you go for, or maybe more of an AoE heal build.
Choose a talent.
Probably
Choose a
that.
talent.
Wandering
Choose a
Keg,
talent.
Flying
Choose a
Kick,
talent.
Flying
Choose
Kick,
a talent.
and then probably damage? Yeah, definitely damage, because it would increase the damage of your kick. So you do a full drink, and then you just... What the fuck? That was a 600 damage kick! That was a 600 damage point and click fucking ability! Complete quests. Oh, I don't have quests? Okay, that's fine. So, how much health do we get just from a kick? So we want to drink to get our damage up. Full drink. Kick. Wow. Wow. That's very good. That's very good. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for the theory crafting video today. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a long one. I was actually really impressed by a lot of this. This seems cool. This seems cool. Damn. There's actually, I think there's, so I think the damage builds are going to be a little more popular. I think being able to do, like, chat said it was 1,500 damage of our, like, with just our basic spell combo. 1,500 damage every, like, 6 seconds or whatever it is. It's going to be a little longer than that. That's going to be super duper strong. I like the auto attack build a lot. I think the defensive build is interesting. I don't know how good it'll be, but it might be fun to whip out in quick match every now and then. So there you go. There's my closing thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed the theory crafting video. I'll see you guys back in the Nexus on Friday with a video for Tracer. If you're looking forward to that, then now you know what the Friday video is. Okay, bye. Dude, I have to pee so bad. Woo! Whoa, it's bad.